What's up everybody, it's Enes here. Welcome to another episode. This week we're in Hollywood Hills and about to tour this $3.5 million flip property right behind me. We were here 8 months ago with Max Albert, who is the developer of this project, and we get a chance to see the property at the demolition stage and hear his plans for this property. And if you haven't watched that video already, I will leave a link in the description below so all of you can go check out that video. This property is located on 2501 Appollo Drive. It has 4 bedrooms, 4 bath, 3,761 square feet of interior space, and it is listed for $3,495,000. Also, Max will be joining us today to discuss real estate development and explain some of the choices he had to make in order to bring this project to completion. Now, let's go take a look. On the exterior, we have a white smooth stucco finish throughout the entire property and a lot of black details. By that, I mean the black glass garage door, a lot of windows that are black, and even the fascia throughout the entire property is black. Glass railing on the second floor balconies, and on this side we have a decking right next to the pool, complementing as a backyard area. And right here we have the staircase leading up to the front door of the home, nicely elevating the entrance from the street level. All right, so we have my buddy Max here. Max, how you doing, man?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good, good, good. So, property looks insane. I know you had an old stucco. You didn't really have these glass railings. Tell me some of the things you did on the exterior.
Yeah, so we basically touched every part of the house. New stucco, new windows, glass railing, changed the whole roof facade of the house, made it into more of a modern design.
Here we are at the entry of this home. But before I go inside, I really like how they clad the entry with marble here. It brings a nice contrast, and every time you walk in, it brings your attention. So I really like that. Nice glass pivot door at the entry. Entry is very wide open. On my right hand side, we have the staircase leading up to the second floor where we have all the bedrooms. As I continue on the entry of this home, the whole first floor is open throughout, and I can see the dining room, kitchen area, and the living room. Max, I see a lot of changes here. I know you had a closed off staircase here at the entry, and I remember a couple walls around here. So what are some of the changes you did to really open up the space the way it is right now?
Well, this was basically 3 separate rooms. We had this staircase wall here that really made it feel tight when you walked in. So we got rid of that wall, floated the staircase, got rid of all these walls, reinforced the ceilings so that you have this big open span of space, which is what our goal was from the beginning.
Got it. And that really allowed kitchen to be open both to the dining room area and the living room area.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You basically have 2 lanes. There's a left and a right side of the island you can pass. You can go through the kitchen side with the appliances, or you can walk through the throughway here. Sort of all part of that open floor plan design.
Starting this way, we have the dining room area right next to the kitchen. Beautiful slider on this side opening up to the backyard, and of course this chandelier right here really makes it a statement piece, perfectly centered to this dining room table. And speaking of the table, how cool is this table, right? Look at the legs.
Yeah, they have seen some hands holding up this glass here.
Exactly. Now this is a creative staging right here.
Yeah, you don't really see that very often.
No, you don't. We have a kitchen on this side. Before we talk about the kitchen, right? Follow me. And we have the screening room right here. Here's what I like about it. Homes in this price range, you don't really get a movie theater or a screening room. The fact that this home comes with an open living room and an additional screening room is a huge plus. Nice space. I like the dark colors here. Carpet on the floors, and these pocket doors right here if you want to seal this space off.
Yeah.
Nice oversized tiles on the floor. And now let's talk about the kitchen. This is your pantry space. This is your paneled refrigerator. Beautiful island here, and this is where you have your gas cooktop, your vent, and I really like this countertop and how it goes down as a waterfall edge. We always like those, right?
Yeah, we see a lot of waterfall edges around LA, and I feel like it's kind of unique to California.
Well, it's unique to modern homes, and we see that quite often. And same countertop, of course, extends out a little bit, so it serves as a bar area. Pendant lights above us. And right here we have the main cabinetry. I like how they used this quartz countertop here and a marble slab backsplash. And your sink is positioned here. Here's another detail I really like. These accordion doors stacked all the way to this side, so you can really open up, and in case you're entertaining, you have people over, it's really easy to serve to backyard area from here, which is a really nice touch. And more walnut cabinetry. You have your built-in appliances all on the island side, your oven, your microwave. It's all about the seamless, clean design, and it's nicely proportioned kitchen for this size home.
Let me show you something. We've seen this at a couple houses. Walk around to this side. Pick up one of these chairs.
These things weigh like 100 pounds.
Yeah, it's you're gonna break your back picking
Yeah, I just kind of did. These are like full brass chairs. I also want to mention staging in this house is beautiful. I think they did a phenomenal job. It really complements the home well.
Speaking of staging, let's look at this living room.
This is the living room. Before we go there though, we gotta go right here, right? Half bathroom for this level, floating vanity. The developer used the countertop and the fabricated sink, so it blends in nicely. It's narrow marquee actually, wall faucets. It's a cool little touch, pattern tile wall.
And not only that, but I know you like this wallpaper behind you as well.
Oh, I do. So it's like a leather finish with all the texture. It's quite creative. It's a little bit like bachelor vibe. And you have a frosted glass here because you don't want anybody to see you when you're handling your business.
You got to stay frosty.
All right, living room. Again, oversized tiles throughout the entire floor here. We have a slider here, this way opening up this part of the backyard, and we have another slider on that side opening up to the patio and more of the pool area. I like how they use marble to clad this wall right here, make it a statement piece, right? So you can have your gas fireplace, your recessed TV in, any of your DVD players, Apple TV, all that stuff, your decoration can go up here. Nice and open, bright, recessed lights throughout, your built-in speakers. Everything that you would expect in a modern house is here.
Yeah, and I said, imagine this just being perfect for like a pool party, you know? You have people hanging out in the living room, you have people out in the backyard.
You just open these doors.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I don't like the term indoor-outdoor, but this is like a real indoor-outdoor kind of.
I agree. It's very intimate is what you're saying. Like you feel the backyard is part of the inside of the home. Let's talk about this 8-shade pool right here. It's actually pretty big. Nice blue, simple plaster. We have a little bit of a spa effect right there. You can go up through these stairs and go into your spa that overflows into your main pool. And on this side, we have the decking area right here covered with an AstroTurf. This is where you hang out. Your built-in barbecues on this side, outdoor dining table. It's all about enjoying the Hollywood Hills lifestyle and getting the best out of your pool area, really. Nice little seating area, outdoor gas fire pit. And this is for you. This is an area for you to sunbathe, hang out. And here's another detail I really like. I feel like Max didn't have to do this, but he really went out of his way to put glass railing, even on the decking, to make sure you get the best out of the view. You enjoy the view at every part of the home.
Let me ask you a development question. I know you worked in real estate developing for a while. When we came here last time, I remember this just being a wooden deck, but now if you kind of kick it, it feels so much more solid.
Yes.
Like, what do you have to do to reinforce this when you're developing a property like this?
So Max ended up rebuilding this entire deck right here actually. And instead of leaving the decking exposed, he covered it with an AstroTurf to really kind of bring some warmth and make it more enjoyable because you don't have any gaps. AstroTurf is really nice to walk on and just really make sure that you can get the best out of your backyard space. Max, on the outside, I see a lot of changes. I remember the deck was kind of falling apart, and I remember this pool being here, but I remember you mentioning that you wanted to square it off, make it a little bit more modern. I'm assuming you kept the original lines and just kind of refinished the pool. So tell me, what do you end up doing here?
Well, you know, sometimes when you're doing these projects and, you know, you have investors, you have timelines, you have deadlines you have to meet, you know, you have to make these decisions that sometimes compromise what the original idea was. So I wanted to do a square pool. I wanted to do a little bit different of a pool deck area, but we just sort of ended up embracing the existing shape of the pool and kind of modernized it and made this sort of, you know, oasis over here with yard space and fire pit and outdoor kitchen. And I think, you know, that ended up outweighing having the square pool. I think we ended up correcting that. I think you have to make decisions sometimes on what you're going to cut back and how that will affect your sale price. So that's all part of the formula.
We are almost done with the first floor of this house. Besides the backyard, we have an area right here, which is basically between the house and the hillside. There's a retaining wall here. It's a perfect area to entertain. It's almost like an extension of your backyard area. And that's accordion window off of your kitchen area right there.
It's nice and quiet out here. It's kind of like a break from the wind and breeze. You can put a ping pong table out here, a pool table or something, you know?
Exactly. And this gap right here allows the house to have the sliding door right behind you and this accordion door right here. It's like a gap, so you can put all these exterior windows. And that's pretty much it for the first floor of this house. I hope everybody's enjoying the video so far. If you do, make sure to give us a like. If you have any feedback or questions, leave us a comment below. And now let's go check out the second floor. Upstairs now to check out the second floor bedrooms. On this wing we have 3 bedrooms and 3 baths, so let's go take a look. This bedroom right here is a back facing bedroom, nice and open, and it has its own closet.
Yeah, and it's nice, you just get a little sea of green out your window.
I agree. This is the retaining wall on the back side of the home, and it's actually really private as well. Getting out of this bedroom and going back to the hallway, we go right across to check out this bedroom right here. This one is front facing and has its own balcony right here. Glass railing. Where the bed is situated, you can actually get a good views of the canyon. Nice, bright, has its own bathroom. So let's go walk in real quick. And this bathroom, same walnut finishes, floating vanity, the same leather wallpaper is also right here. Walk-in shower, rain head. Pretty much all you need. So I'm going back to the hallway again because there's one more bedroom on this side. Currently stays as an office. And this is also back facing again. And I honestly think it works really well because this is on a little bit on the smaller side. And I don't think there's a whole lot of space to put a closet here as well. So good use of space right here. And lastly, on this floor, there's one more bathroom, which serves for the first bedroom. Floating vanity, narrow marquina, marble countertop, leather wallpaper, walk-in shower, rain head, and you have an awning window right there. And that pretty much wraps up this side of this home. Now we're going back to the hallway so we can take a look at the master bedroom. Again, here we have the staircase coming up to the second floor. And this door right here opens up to your master bedroom.
Master pivot door.
Exactly, master pivot door, I like it. Hallway right here. Before we go into the bedroom, there's actually a little bit of seating area right here. This is a great space, beautiful picture window right here. All you see is this beautiful canyon views. Your TV setup, your built-ins, and it's kind of like a bonus to have a space like this because this master bedroom is already so spacious. These hardwood floors are throughout this entire master bedroom area and also the second floor. And here we have the master bedroom. I mean, as you guys can see, there's a lot of room to move around here. Picture window on this side, another angle of the canyon views. That's a king size bed, and there's a lot of room around here. More windows on the back end, but on this side, I want to take you guys out real quick. We have a balcony. This is the second balcony on the second floor, and more of the canyon views. This balcony, since it kicks out a little bit, gives a little bit of privacy to the master bedroom. And that marble touch on the exterior of the home, a little bit of that element is right here. So I thought that was a really cool touch. Again, fundamentals, glass railing to maximize the use of the space and maximize the view. Going back into the bedroom, now I want to talk about the master bathroom and the master closet. As you guys can see, there's not a door here. It's fully open. hexagon tiles on the floor here. And on my right hand side, we have the vanity setup. It's a fabricated countertop with the built-in sinks, brass wall faucets, and they use the same marble that they use on the outside of the home right here as a backsplash mirror. And we have a skylight right at the center actually here to bring that natural light that everybody wants. On this side, walk-in shower. Same hexagon tiles here, continue in there as well. These are full Nero Marquina slabs, your rain head, body spray, pretty much all you need. And any good modern home in LA has a freestanding tub, and this one does too. Floor mounted faucet right here, freestanding tub. Here's another touch that I really like. They placed the awning window right here that serves as a ventilation here, and you can actually leave this open even if it rains. So it's actually a good touch. Lastly, instead of leaving the toilet exposed, they made a little toilet room right here with a glass door to enclose the toilet. And bathroom continues into your walk-in closet. A lot of space here. It's quite spacious, hangers, anything you need is pretty much all here. And that wraps up the tour of the master bathroom. I remember you had multiple walls here. There was a closet. There was like a 2 master bathroom setup. You open up the whole space and it feels amazing. So tell me some of the things you did and like why you positioned the shower and the tub the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, basically we had a very unconventional setup. There was 2 sort of separate master suites with their own sinks and their own showers.
Okay.
So obviously we opened that up, repositioned windows so it was centered here. Did the fabricated sinks, the Grecian stone, which is pretty cool. This stuff here, it's a very pure white color. We did the soaking tub. We did the toilet room. We did the big walk-in closet, completely custom built. The shower is made out of Nero Marquina. This was sourced from over 20 different slab yards, trying to pick and match the right.
by you.
Handpick, yeah. So that's kind of how you get the best result, is kind of that attention to detail, and it's something we definitely tried to do on this one.
I get a lot of DMs, emails, people asking me what it takes to become a luxury real estate developer. I know it took you a while to get here, but now you're developing some of the most expensive homes in this city. Tell us a little bit about that and kind of what it takes to become a real estate developer.
Yeah, I mean, I think people think that to be a developer, you have to know how to do these individual skills. It's really more of a mentality, which is not giving up, waking up every day, early in the morning, sweating, whatever you have to do.
Pushing it through.
Doing it yourself if you have to. And there's a lot of nights you spend frustrated and awake at night and figuring out how you're going to make things happen. But when you get one done, it's like the best feeling, to have one of these projects completed. So that's kind of what keeps me going. I'm sure anybody else out there who's done a project, you're like, I don't ever want to do this again until you finish it. And then you're like, okay, I can do this again.
I can do another one. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I think you explained it really well. And I want to thank you for allowing us to come and tour your property and kind of get the insider on this job. And if anybody wants to be a real estate developer out there, I would highly suggest go follow Max. He's a very passionate developer. He really enjoys what he does. So he's a great person to follow. And that's pretty much it for this house. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give us a like. If you have any questions or feedback, drop us a comment below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. I know I should probably plug this more often, but as most of you know, I'm a real estate agent here in Los Angeles. So if you're looking for a development opportunity, property to flip, or plot of land to develop, I pretty much know anything on and off market, so I would be happy to help you out. With that being said, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.